hearing myself, that's for sure. So yeah, hopefully this all works fine. So, all right. Well, this is my sixth week in the class, I think. So thankful, glad it's almost done for sure. But I remember at the beginning we talked about the peers goal, and we both had to look up what that was. And you said your focus wanted to be on reading enjoyment.
Yes.
Okay, and I love the tic-tac-toe thing you sent. And I even told you the other day I tried that, and I think I just kind of did it out of the spur of the moment, and they may have enjoyed it. So, I guess what have you like noticed about the students overall in the past couple weeks in regards to reading?
Well, I've been purposely trying to make them read more, so they get more comfortable with it, because I think some of them they just shy away from it because they're not comfortable. So, and they are all like actually really wanting to read now when we read out loud, except for Joseph. But he is doing better, because at first he was like complaining like the whole time. But now at least he'll do it. And he'll do it in like a normal voice. We did play another game today that was, they had to read the whole story first, and then they had to roll the dice, and like whatever the dice was, they had to do that thing, like tell about the setting or describe the main character or whatever, and they really liked that. They liked that better than the tic-tac-toe, they said. So I feel like overall, I feel like they're more engaged and they're paying attention more when we read, and I think for the most part they're enjoying it more. Even some of the kids that said they don't like doing it out loud, they're like raising their hand when they want to read. So to me, that was like my whole goal, was I wanted them to be able to read out loud in class. So
yeah, and we talked about like this goal is kind of a hard thing to track data wise, but at least you can visually see, hey, more hands are going up,
right,
more's interested to read. Could you again explain the because I was going to ask you, like, hey, what like different things have you tried? Could you explain the dice thing? What was that like?
Oh, it was this. I'll show you. It's called Read and Roll, and they had a whole bunch of different ones that I could pick from, but I picked this one. This was a fiction story, and so I put them in partners, and I picked the partners because that works better. And so they each, I actually just printed out like a short story for them to read. It was like 7 paragraphs, I think, or something. So they had to both read it first, and I had them take turns, like one read a paragraph, the next one read the next paragraph, back and forth. And then once they were done, they had to roll the dice, and then they had to do these things. And I made them go through until they did all of them.
Okay. So you added the.
So they each had 2 dice, and they, like if they rolled a 6, what was the problem in the story? If they rolled a 12, what part of the story did you like best? And then after they were all done, we all came back together, and I went through all the questions and had them raise their hand if they wanted to tell, and they all wanted to tell like what their favorite part was, or so I felt like it was more, they were all more engaged with it.
How did they interpret the questions? Did they have to write the questions down?
No,
or
I
they
just had them verbally
verbalize it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess like
you could have them write.
That'd be one way to get, because reading's a hard thing to teach when like from our book. It's like if you want to make it exciting, you gotta do different things. And you said that you used different, or you like picked your own passage or found something?
I just looked online for like I think I wrote short 5th grade short story passage or something, like comprehension passage or something.
Would you say that overall 1 to 10, if you had to rate the whole lesson, you'd give it a good score?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually, I asked them at the end, I said, okay, do you like this better or do you like the tic-tac-toe better? And most of them like this better, which I didn't think they would, because they actually have to like tell about the story. It wasn't just reading. It was like they have to comprehend too. Like, what was the problem? you know, what happened at the beginning, what happened in the middle, which is a little more than just reading in a silly voice.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that one's definitely having to make you think
yeah,
rather than the other one's just like, that one's more comprehension, where the
Yeah.
other one's just more like, hey,
Mhm.
work on verbal reading. But I like how that's, or with the tic-tac-toe first, you're working on their actual
Mhm.
fluency first,
Right.
and that's a good little game to do for comprehension. That's awesome. So, is there any other different strategies that you've tried? Like, because that's definitely a hard thing to do. Like, you don't want to do the same thing
I know,
every
I
day.
know.
So, like, what are kind of like in the mundane days that
Probably
you would
just
do?
most days. We do like popcorn, you know, where
Mhm.
they read, as long as I started doing just one paragraph at a time and then they pop to somebody else. Today we tried, which I think you do in your class, because they all said they wanted to do it. Like they can read and then stop wherever and call on somebody.
Yeah, I did that.
But this afternoon, I don't know if it was because we had a history quiz first and they were just silly, but they could not handle it because the boys were like just picking the boys and none of the girls were reading. So we kind of had to stop that today. But they were having fun with it. It was just
Mhm.
got too silly.
That's that one thing. Yeah, what definitely I've noticed of like you have to try to do different types of
Mhm.
things each day, and
Yes.
definitely some of these. Was that from the reading book or
That
from
was
something?
actually, we did it in science.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's a good thing to.
yeah.
You can always do more reading engagement rather than just
Mhm.
reading class.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. I try to have them read, and in Bible today too. They, I put them in partners. They could pick their partners for that, and they use their Bible to answer some of the questions. So they were reading the Bible and answering questions in the Bible. So
that's good. Wow.
yeah.
So I really like how, I mean, it sounds like they're definitely enjoying it. It's almost like, hey, well, how do we track if they are? I mean,
I
you know,
know.
in 1-2 weeks, I guess give the interview or give the those questions again
Yeah.
and say, hey, what is your improve? How has your reading enjoyment improved? I
Yeah.
guess.
That's what I was gonna ask you,
So-
if we needed to do like another survey to see if any of that changes.
Mm. Yeah, I think I will. I'll make one similar to that and like ask a question and there has it. And I don't necessarily. I don't think I need
Mhm.
that, but it's a good like example of, hey, like look, even to show them like, look, you rated this last time. Now look what it is. So
Well, even like, I mean, you know Alina and how she struggles with reading. She even wants to read out loud.
that's
which
awesome to
I
hear.
know. I'm so happy.
Mhm.
She is like really trying. She's trying to get on the A honor roll.
I mean, yeah.
She's trying.
That's so good to hear, though, especially from her, and like I mean, all of them, because that was very much of a kind of I don't know about lazy, but
Mhm.
sometimes not like super perky group at times, and that's good that they want to read out loud. That's
Yeah,
a really positive thing to
I
hear.
didn't think it would change that
So-
fast, really, honestly. But even Joseph, who is, you know, Mr. Gloom and Doom sometimes, he's doing much better. I mean, he doesn't always want to read out loud, but he's reading out loud better than he was before.
Yeah.
So, which he reads well. I mean, he just is.
Oh yeah, Joseph's a
You
good
know.
reader, but yeah, you're doing a good job of keeping it doing something different every
Trying
day, and
to.
that's how it increases. And I think I'll have to take a couple of these suggestions for the future as well. So, but I do have a couple like different other kind of suggestions if you'd like to hear, if that's
sure,
okay.
absolutely.
Just of different types of things that you could do. And again, it's so hard. Like when you have to read not every story, but some stories from the reading book, and get some type of grade.
Right.
It's like how do you get that? And so one thing, it wouldn't necessarily be great getting a grade wise, but just a differentiation, just how to figure out how to give them the choice of what to read. That takes a lot of having to gather different materials.
Yes.
So how do you think we could figure out how to get multiple different types of short listed, like your short story you gave for that you found. Where did you find that at?
Like the K through 12 learning or whatever.
Okay, just a random website with a free short article. Okay, or short
I
story.
used to print those out for cause they come with comprehension questions.
Mm-hmm.
I used to print them out for homework, but I haven't been doing that this year. I've been having them read novels for homework.
I wish we had free access to like the A to Z Raz Kids or whatever. I remember way back, like they had like, or way back when I was student teaching like kindergarten for a couple weeks, they always like had these the Raz Kids on the iPad, and they could like read the story on the iPad. It just, and like there's a bunch of like the little booklets in
Yes.
the corner room, and I've taken a couple and stuff. So that might be a that might be a good, and you can literally like here's, I mean, I guarantee they're probably never used. You might be able to go and look at different levels and go and take 10 different ones and say, hey, choose the one, and they're long enough to, they're short enough to read within 20-30 minutes probably individually.
My other thought was, I do have picture books over there from like when I taught kindergarten. I could pull those out too and just have them, you know, like next week when we do Read Across America, that is one thing I'm gonna do is like have some Dr. Seuss books and stuff that are short, and even though they're not 5th grade, they're, you know, they're still fun to read.
Yeah, and they still do, I mean, and they do book buddies, so they get more verbal. But maybe this will cause them to enjoy book buddies more.
Maybe.
So.
Yeah, some of them love book buddies, some of them don't, but some of them like book buddies for the social aspect, not the reading aspect, which is okay. I mean, you know, it's good experience for the kids, for the younger kids and them both, I think.
Yeah, a couple other, like, I guess ways to get data and maybe like even grades, it would be to have them, these might be, I have to do it in groups, so like have them act out part of the story.
Yes.
And so just 1-2 minutes of part of the story. I bet you I can see a couple of them in that their class liking to do that. I remember you said something about the like reading competition. Tell me about that again. The like they had to read a certain number in a timed reading.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you what have you done with that?
One of those this week. They are asking to do that again.
Oh wow, actually. That's great.
So yeah, they're trying to improve their score, I guess.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you have been doing that past month or so? Okay, wonderful. And they sounded like they liked that.
Yeah, in fact, Roma asked me today, when are we going to do another timed one?
Good.
So
yeah, I guess try to figure out how to do some type of competition in reading, not necessarily fastest reader or something, that would not be fair.
Right.
But try to make how to make reading a competition. So I would have to do, I would love to do more looking up different strategies of games to do for reading competition that's differentiated between your little groups.
I mean, we kind of have AR already, which kind of is competitive a little bit, but I don't know, in my class, they get prizes when they get 50%, 100%, and 200%. So some of them are trying to get the 200%. Yeah, they get a gift card for whatever they want if they get 200%.
Okay, from me, there you go.
Yeah, so. But it's not motivating some of them in this class, but you know, you gotta try whatever works.
And like with your class, I'm always trying to think of like the students that are just like not, or the ones that are out of control, and like what would be good for them. Or like attention seekers, like the boys that are just attention seekers. I thought of have them like, if you're doing, you could pair, you could do this perfectly with your the book you wanted to choose, like if they get to choose any book they want, have them do a 2-minute book review in front of the class. So not necessarily acting, but verbal, like explaining, telling them what they like, and I feel like you could definitely make that a grade.
Oh yeah.
You could definitely use that of how well, because that's reading fluency and reading comprehension by how you interpret it in your own words, and it gets them the enjoyment of going on. So yeah, I know.
We do have later on in our reading book, which I'll probably do next quarter, a couple plays, and I usually do have them act those out.
Okay.
So
yeah,
they will enjoy that.
The only challenge of that is it takes a long time, because if you do one person for 3 minutes times 15 kids or whatever, and so over the course of a couple of days, I think what I'm learning is like, if you get through half the stories in the reading book, I think in a year you're good.
Yeah.
Do you like try to do every story? Or do you like pick and choose, or like do you pick and choose or skip stories?
I do skip, because some of them are like the kids don't care, like some of them are a little boring.
Mm-hmm.
But I try. I mean, the first couple of years I was here, I tried to get through the whole book, but there's no way you can. Like, I mean, if you went very quickly and didn't cover like setting and point of view and all those other things, then yeah, you could get through it. But no, you can't. I pick.
Yeah, one random thing I saw about like picking partners is just, this is like a super quick thing, if you ever like have them pick partners, is instead of you picking them, which I mean you could doing this might cause two bad people to be together, but I made like, and I saw it, and I asked ChatGPT to make it. It was like different like food matchups.
Yes,
like peanut butter and jelly, pancakes and syrup, ketchup and fries or whatever. And so like pick a card, and then that's your partner. So they're like, I've done that just I think 2 times with that, and Lisa gets so excited. Oh, I'm like, what? Oh, are those the cards? Like, oh.
Oh, okay.
This, so
yeah, I'm gonna try that because I have seen it too on Facebook or something.
Quick little thing. So, yeah, I mean, even you're been kind of inspiring me and motivating me to try to do different things with reading, and like you said, it's really hard. Like even because a story we read today or past couple of days was like, you could learn. It was like Snowflake Bentley or something, and I don't like it, but it's like there's things you could learn from it, like determination. Like I always focus on like the key things, but I'm like, I don't even know if they liked it or not. I'm like, maybe just skip that one next year or something. Like I don't know. So,
but it's hard that way too, because different years, different kids like different things. So I don't know. It's There are some stories in our reading book that I don't like either. So.
Oh, I skip plenty. So, but yeah, I think it's definitely good to incorporate like other things, and I think Shaw, principal here, wouldn't care if you didn't get through. But again, trying to find data for it and taking grades is always the challenging thing if you're not doing workbooks, because.
I know, that's the thing, like, because I do have some like class copies of different novels and things, and I use them for homework, and we have our 3 BJU novels that we do every year.
Yes.
But I'm like, I should do some of the other ones too, because I don't know if it's like this in 4th grade, but in 5th grade, a lot of the books, they just get part of the story. So they it's just an excerpt from a real book.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why don't we just read the whole book? Like not Red Badge of Courage, Old Yeller, and Where the Red Fern Grows. Those are both in our book, but they're just part of it. So they're always like, well, what happens? So they want to know what happens in the story. So I'm like, next year I should just read the book. Yeah,
I've kind of not gone. I don't do anything BJU says for the novels they give us. I don't do any. I just choose my own.
Well, that works.
So you can do that. Well, man, it's so awesome to hear that they're really enjoying it and getting better. I hope it continues, and
I hope so.
Like I'm trying to. I think we should encourage each other for the rest of the year to make sure to tell each other different things of what we're doing, and get both these hopefully so my kids can start enjoying reading before they get to you.
Well, because like when Mr. Shaw was saying the other day about math, we have advanced math and stuff, which is great, but I wish, they have to read the rest of their life, and not that they have to enjoy it and love it and be a reader, whatever,